Hello， 大家好，我是 Zoe。今天的美音精听呢，我会带大家分析几个非常细腻的发音处理。你在第一次听的时候可能听不出来它有什么名堂，但是呢，这些发音的细节能够让美音变得更加的流畅有节奏感。
Apparently, millennials and Gen Z have a much different view of the American dream than past generations. Data shows that soaring inflation, student debt, and limited room for advancement in the workplace has made them feel that milestones like affording a home, starting a family, excelling within the corporate structure are out of reach.
Milestones like affording a home, starting a family, excelling within the corporate structure are out of reach. 那这句话的特点呢是前面几个并列的名词是升调，然后到最后的 out of reach 是一个降调。A home, a family, structure are out of reach. 第二点是 milestone 发音，你听它是怎么发的
That milestones like
这里呢我猜想你可能会发成 milestone。这个词呢是两个单词组成的，一个是 mile， 一个是 stone。这两个音的结尾处我们都非常容易把嘴变得偏向紧闭，然后向前撅的一个状态。那么这样呢就会导致它的气流是两个不通畅的气流，然后组合在一起，你听起来是 milestone。是呢实际上呢 mile 的这个发音你是不需要闭嘴 milestone， 直接这个气息就是这个 mile 直接过渡到 stone， milestone 而不是 milestone。That
milestones like
那么第三个点呢是这个 within， 你听它发这个音特别有弹性。
Selling within the corporate structure
within the corporate structure 和 within the corporate structure 区别是什么呢？区别就在于那个 within 的 n 你要不要发得那么清晰 right？ within 还是 within。 那最后一点呢就是这个 out of reach flat t out of reach
are out of reach
reach 这个音 dream reach between 这样的长音 你的嘴里面的空间要挤压的比较扁 reach t 一旦你的嘴型不够扁平，那么这个音就很容易被发成 reach， 听起来就走音了。
That milestones like affording a home, starting a family, excelling within the corporate structure are out of reach. Does every generation feel this way at some point? I say yes. What do you think?
Well, since we're sticking with our Clinton theme today.
All right, 这里面要说的就是这个 Clinton。这里面有一个美音非常显著的标志，就是 glottal t 在 n 的前面，这个时候呢不管是 ton 那么这个音呢如果看音标的话它一定发成 Clinton， 就像其他的 Britain written forgotten mountain 对吧？但是在美音里这里会用喉塞音来发，你的舌头到了 t 的位置上，但是呢你不送气，然后让气流从你的这个喉部发出来 written certain gotten, Britain, forgotten.
Clinton theme today. Since we're sticking with our Clinton theme today, it's the economy, stupid. Like, my generation is the generation of the housing crisis, the financial crisis, 9/11. We've been in war basically my entire generation. You've got 45% of people ages 18 to 29 living with their parents. Our American dream's different. Doesn't mean other struggles didn't matter, but on the having kids specifically, I get it. Most of my friends, if they're not, married by a certain age, they're not owning homes at the same rate, and you don't want to have kids if you don't feel like you can provide that.
You don't want to have kids if you don't feel like you can provide that. Want to 在口语里面说的特别快的时候呢，它听起来会是 wanna, you wanna, you don't want to have kids. 那同样的还有 gonna, I'm not gonna do that. 也就是 I'm not going to do that, right?
And you don't want to have kids.
那么 F 引导的这个从句里听下来，基本上重点就是 don't 这个否定和 provide that。那它是怎么做到这个节奏的呢？首先它弱化了 feel like， 你甚至听不到 feel 这个长音在里面了。
You don't feel like you can provide that.
第二点就是 you can， 那么在句子当中的这个 can 呢没有必要特别的强调，它不会像否定一样 can't， 这个音一定要非常的清晰，时长要足够。这里面呢它就一带而过了 you can provide that. Provide that. 那么这里面呢首先第一呢一定要把这个 provide I 时长发够 provide 其次呢 d 结尾辅音开头，那么这个 d 舌形到不送气 provide that， 那么这个 that 也讲过很多次了，这个字母 t 也是不送气 provide that。 那么这样呢，你整体听起来有一个 don't o 的一个双元音在里面，以及这 provide I 的双元音在里面，这就是为什么这句话整体听下来给你印象比较深刻的就是 you don't 和 provide that。
If you don't feel like you can provide that. If you don't feel like you can provide that. The life they deserve. I don't know if I'm capable of being a whole person and doing this. I say bravo, because it is not a slight undertaking.
That was my takeaway. I mean, you know, my generation, I mean, you got married, you tried to get a house, and you had kids. And this seems to be very intentional. They're thinking about it. And I agree with you, though.
Those millennials are brilliant.
Your eggs start turning to dust, and so you have to be careful. And so if you're a young person and you have any kind of chance of freezing your eggs, which wasn't available to me when I was, you know, your age, I think that you got to at least preserve the opportunity, because you may change your mind.